Here we've got another top 20 classic. This is Williams' Robotron from 81, 82, something like that. This is, this game kind of has a cult following. I would say it's typical of Williams' early video games that were actually quite hard and intimidating for novice players. And so they didn't, I think they earned pretty well like initially, but they stopped earning well when other games came out. But they've always had a cult following among the like real avid gamers because they are so challenging and there's a lot of depth to them once you get into them. So anyway, Robotron is one of those. To this day, I know guys that just are obsessed with Robotron. It is a really fun game too, and it even kind of spawned a whole genre of collectible games, which is two-joystick games where you move with one joystick and fire with the other. There's a smattering of other games that have come out over the years with that configuration of controls, and this group of people loves all those games. So Robotron was the first, though. This is a pretty decent condition, original, dedicated. It is in fairly decent shape. It's like almost all my games, it's a survivor, meaning we haven't like restored it with a new cabinet and new aftermarket artwork. This is all original. Everything about it's original. Monitor's original. It's been rebuilt. I did put in a switching power supply because, I don't know. Actually, it's because I restored this game a while ago. It's been in the arcade for quite a while. Nowadays, I would rebuild the original supply and use it, but I had already upgraded this to a regular switcher, so I just left it. But it is running on the original hardware, and running beautifully. I just had to put a new CMOS chip on it because it wasn't saving the settings right. And that CMOS chip, it's a 5114 chip, which is kind of an obscure RAM chip. But they go bad after 40 years, 45 years in this case. So this chip will see me out because I don't have that many years left in me. But anyway, yeah, we got the original back door over there. The game's a little bit beat up. It's got the typical cigarette burns. Because, of course, back in the early 80s, everybody smoked when they played arcade games. Smoked cigarettes, that is. Still has a beautiful picture and a bright picture. Can you believe that? 45 years old this monitor is, and it's basically like new as far as the picture goes. Still got the original Leaf 8-way joysticks. They could probably use a new centering grommet, although this one they still work just fine. They're a little bit loose, but the game still plays perfectly. I couldn't care less. I don't want them any tighter personally, but I'm sure they were tighter when they were new. Original coin doors, original translucent buttons. You know, I should check. I can't remember if they're supposed to light up on Robotron. That was one of the nice touches that Williams did on their early classics, is they would use translucent buttons and then they would put number 44 bulbs underneath them to kind of light them up. It just gave a nice effect, completely unnecessary. But I love it when manufacturers did unnecessary things just for aesthetics. You got to have a lot of respect for them when they do that. Let's see, does this have bulbs? Yeah, it does, and they're burned out. I'm glad I checked that. Oops, I just started a game. Yeah, see, here's the old number 44s. They get all mirrored, and then they burn out. But we got new ones over here. So let's grab only got 2 left in the pack, so we'll throw the pack away. Put these new ones in, and then you'll get to see the blue switches glowing. Look at that. Isn't that a nice touch? And they probably had to waste a couple of bucks doing that, running the wire and installing those sockets, plus the bulbs. And it's not like they had a ton of profit on these games. I think back in the early 80s, these games sold for, I don't know, I wasn't around back then in the business, but I think they were about $1,500 new. So adding a couple dollars to the cost significantly reduced their profit. But let's see what that effect is. You can barely tell. But if I didn't have all these bright lights shining down on it, you'd be able to see those blue buttons glowing. So it's pretty cool. Let's start a game and show you. This I can't play with one hand because you got to move. I guess I can stand here and fire at people, or I could just run around and try and get the people. I love this game because I love trying to save the people. I don't know if that makes me a liberal person. I don't normally consider myself liberal, but I do tend to try to save the humans when I play Robotron, so maybe I'm more liberal than I thought. It is kind of a unwoke game, though, because I just noticed the girls, it shows the girls on this game as wearing pink, which is not very woke. See, look, there's the girl. She is carrying like what looks like a briefcase, though, a green briefcase. The guy is wearing blue and carrying like a gray. Maybe that green is supposed to be a purse, though. That would be kind of sexist. And then there's little kids too, although not on this level apparently. But let's see if we can get some kids in the next game. I can't remember what the kids are wearing. No, they don't show kids on the first screen. Yeah, I'm not going to probably be able to make it past this. Well, maybe I will. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, there's a kid. Oh, you got killed right away. This is a brutal game. The humans get killed pretty quick if you don't save them. What else? Original control panel overlay, obviously. I mentioned that. Yeah, everything's original. Still got the instructions here, so Jeff will be able to figure out how to play this. The rest of us will just start a game and figure it out as we go. That's about it. So come and check this out. It's going to be in we're starting a row of Williams games. I don't have all of them, but I've got almost all of them. And eventually I will have all of them, so come and check them out.